So, I've been pretty loyal to Visible Wireless over these past few years. I was even one of the very early pioneers, back when it launched on May 10 of 2018. And back then it was BYOD only, meaning you had to bring your own device over. And it was only iPhones that you could use with Visible. This is back when Miguel Quiroga was CEO of Visible. He saw a different approach with regards to wireless service. His goal was to deliver an all-digital wireless carrier, which included no physical stores, no contracts, and no hidden fees. And back then, Visible Wireless had just one unlimited data plan to choose from, which was their $45 unlimited plan, which they advertised as all in. And nowadays, we have two different unlimited plans to choose from, each with their own perks. And they have still kept their stance of being all in, meaning that the price you see is the price you pay with all taxes already baked in. I, for one, love this philosophy in a wireless carrier. Now, this is where things take a turn. On May 27, 2001, Visible got a new CEO by the name of Angie Klein, and things stayed pretty consistent up until August of 2022. This is when Visible underwent a revamp of its unlimited plans. This is when the old legacy Visible plan would no longer be available for new activations. This then brought us to the two plans which are still available today, the Visible Basic and the Visible Plus plans. Now, we're going to go ahead and take a look at the current plan offerings through Visible. Now, these are the two plans that are available from Visible. We have the Visible Basic and the Visible Plus. Now, I must point out, Visible is always running some sort of promotion. As of right now, their current $25 a month Visible Basic plan you can get for $20 a month, and the Visible Plus plan, regularly $45 a month, you can get it for $35. Now this is the current promotion that they're running. So, if you're watching this video and the prices are $25 and $45, keep checking back, because like I said, Visible is known for always running some sort of promotional deal. So just keep that in mind. So now, let's go ahead and dive into each one of the Visible plans, and I'm going to discuss the differences between the two. Now, it is worth noting that with every single perk of the Visible Base plan, it is also available on the Visible Plus plan. So everything you hear right now is also available on the Visible Plus plan. So with the $25 a month Visible Basic plan, you get unlimited talk, text, and data. Honestly, the unlimited talk and text is pretty standard now for the unlimited plans. With Visible, you will be getting access to Verizon Wireless's 5G and 4G LTE network. And yes, Visible runs 100% using Verizon service. It is worth noting, though, that with the Visible Basic plan, you do not get access to the 5G ultra wideband. You also do get unlimited mobile hotspots. There are some limitations to this. It is capped at one device with speeds capped at 5 megabits per second. Now, that would be the maximum speed that you would get. If you are in a lower signal area, then your speeds are going to be slower. And video content streams in standard definition, which is technically 480p. And you also get unlimited talk and text to Mexico and Canada, as well as spam protection. And the spam protection can be managed inside of the Visible app. There's also one thing that they failed to mention here. With the Visible Basic plan, you do get $5 off if you sign up for the Verizon Home Internet service. Now, that is all going to be dependent on if it's available in your area, because not all areas are eligible for this. But that's something that you won't see on the website, but there are details on how to redeem that through the Visible app. And now, let's go ahead and dive into the Visible Plus plan and see everything that it offers. So with the $45 Visible Plus plan, you also get unlimited talk, text, and data. With this, you also get the 5G ultra wideband, access to the 5G and the fallback 4G LTE networks. You also get unlimited mobile hotspots. The same restrictions apply. It is tied to just one device at a time and speeds up to 5 megabits per second. Video streams in up to 480p standard definition, and your data may be temporarily slowed after 50 gigabytes. So you do get higher network priority with this plan here. So not only does the $45 Visible Plus plan include 50 gigabytes of high premium network data, which basically means that you will be placed on a higher priority for your first 50 gigabytes. So if you're in an area that is experiencing network congestion, then you are going to be placed on a higher priority for your first 50 gigabytes. And this also ties into your mobile hotspot usage as well. And then after that, your data may be temporarily slowed. You also get unlimited talk and text to Mexico and Canada, as well as unlimited talk, text, and data roaming in Mexico and Canada. It is worth noting that your speeds are reduced to 2G speeds after half a gigabyte per day. You also get international calling from the US to over 30 countries, as well as international texting to over 200 countries. And with this, you get to save $10 a month on the Verizon home internet service. And like I mentioned with the base plan, it has to be available in your area because not all areas are eligible for the Verizon home internet service. So I just want to quickly recap a few things here. Everything you get on the Visible Basic $25 plan, you also get with the Visible Plus $45 plan. The Visible Basic plan does not offer the ultra wideband, but it does offer the nationwide 5G. And with the Visible Plus $45 plan, you do get 50 gigabytes of that premium network data. So if you're in an area where the network is congested, you're going to get that 50 gigabytes of higher data, and that will make a big difference for you. Both plans come with the spam and robocall blocker, which can be managed in the Visible app. And both plans also come with the unlimited mobile hotspot, capped at 1 device and 5 megabits per second for the speeds. But it is unlimited, which honestly is really nice. So now that we got the main plan differences out of the way, now we need to move on to what additional perks that Visible Wireless offers. So now, here's a big one. Partner roaming. It used to be, back in the day when Visible first started, they did not include any partner roaming. And what that essentially means is if you were to travel to an area where Verizon did not own their own towers, you would get no service on your phone. And I had personally experienced this. But now, since Visible is 100% owned by Verizon, they have included their extended network, which is this color right here. So if you're on the road and you travel to an area where Verizon does not own their own towers, you will get access to Verizon's extended network access, which honestly is very reassuring because the last thing you want to do is be traveling and need to make a call and find that you get no service. Honestly, pretty bad feeling. Now, as far as the partner roaming speeds, there is essentially no difference from the plan, which means if you're on the regular Visible plan, you will be placed on a lower priority based on how busy the network is. With the Visible Plus plan, you still get that 50 gigabytes of high priority data. And now, moving on to the Visible phone offerings here. You can go ahead and bring your own device over to Visible. That has not changed, and honestly, you can really do that with any company of your choice as long as your phone is unlocked. But if you're one of those that chooses to get a new phone, they have all of their financing done with Affirm. Let's take a brief look at some of the devices here. Of course, you have the latest iPhones, the Google Pixel. You even have some TCL devices, as well as other offerings here, like the Samsung Galaxy S23. They have quite a bit of phones to choose from here. And to speed up unnecessary time, I'm not going to go through them all. But these are just some of the flagships here. And I also, in the description, have links to some budget-friendly phones that you can go ahead and check out. And honestly, those are some of the phone offerings that I actually recommend, and they're really good. And they're affordable as well, which if you're looking at a company like Visible, I guarantee you're looking for affordability. So definitely check those links out in the description for some of my personal recommendations. And now, moving on to smartwatch support. Yes, Visible does support the Apple Watch, but it is just the Apple Watch. They currently do not support any other smartwatches, like the Samsung Gear, etc. So you can bring your own watch if you currently have one, or you can go ahead and finance one through Visible, which is through Affirm. And now, what about tablet access? Does Visible offer any sort of tablets? It would be kind of nice to use a tablet with their unlimited plan, wouldn't it? Well, here's the thing. Visible does not have any tablets or any tablet-only plans on their websites. But I will go ahead and leave a link to an article on Reddit here. And you can follow this at your own risk. But just note that Visible doesn't currently offer them. Now, some of you might be asking, does Visible offer any phone insurance? Say I purchase a device through Visible, can I get insurance on it in case I need it? So, Visible does offer something that is called Visible Protect. And the only thing is, you can only purchase this on new devices. So say you brought your own phone over to Visible, you cannot add this to it. So Visible just offers this for devices purchased on their website here. Now, it is worth noting that Visible offers something called their upgrade program, where they will pay off the last half of your phone so you can upgrade sooner. How it works in a nutshell is you have to buy any eligible phone with financing from Affirm, and they will pay off the last 50% when you upgrade. Kind of a unique feature here. Visible also offers a trade-in program. How it works is you get paid for your old device. First, you just answer a couple quick questions to get your trade-in estimate on the spot. You find a new phone through the Visible shop. Then, Visible will go ahead and send you a return label. Then you go ahead and ship it within 21 days of placing your order. And then once they verified it, then you will be issued a credit. I also want to point out another unique feature that Visible offers here. Visible calls this their Visible Payback Program, where if you want to join Visible, but your current phone doesn't work, you will get 12 months of service credits by selecting a new phone with the Visible Payback Program. But, in all honesty, here's the two phones that are currently available for this. So there's a TCL and there's an Orbic Joy phone here. Honestly, no iPhones, just some very basic Android phones. I don't think a lot of people are going to go for this, but it is a perk that they are offering. So I do want to mention it. And now, does Visible offer any sort of refer a friend program? I know that's been very popular with a lot of the prepaid carriers now. And the answer is yes, they do. You can bring a friend and get $20 off. And your friend will also get $20 off of their first month. But I do want to note something here. Boy, oh boy, do I have a story to tell you. I will bring it up towards the end of the video here. So now, after hearing all of this, have you made a decision yet? Which side are you leaning? Or are you still not sure? Have you ever used the Verizon Wireless Network on your own to see if it works in your area? Maybe you're not even sure. This is where Visible's 15-day free trial comes into play. Now, there is a couple things to note with this. The 15-day trial is on the Visible Basic plan. So you can use your current device as long as it's unlocked to try Visible for 15 days with no credit card required. If you want to go ahead and give this a try, which I honestly recommend that most people do this if they're on the fence. I am starting to see more and more carriers offer some sort of similar trial, which is really awesome because without having to commit a whole month of service, you can see if it's going to be a good fit for you right off the bat without commitments. Now, I have to talk about a major downfall with Visible, and honestly, I just about lost it here. This is with their customer service. And boy, oh boy, do I have a story for you that you need to be aware about. And I hope none of you have to go through what I have gone through. I have to point out that back in 2018, Visible placed its headquarters in the state of Denver. And back then they employed around 50 people, which helped with their customer service. Now, in my opinion, the customer service aspect of Visible can definitely be improved on. If you should require help, there is no way to call them. Visible does not have a physical phone number that you can call. You can only chat with them on their website, you can tweet them, or send them a message on their Facebook page. Now, there are certain situations that you really just want to pick up the phone and talk to someone, because there are certain situations that are harder to relay via chats and just easier if you can tell someone over the phone. I had personally experienced something that I really wish that I could talk to Visible over the phone about. This is something that I need you guys to be aware of before you decide to sign up, so you can make an informed decision for yourself if this is a deal breaker or not for you. And guys, I do cover this in this video right over here, and I tell all. So guys, I will see you over there.